Okay, so we're starting over today. Seems some of the footage I shot yesterday was no good. There was no sound on it, even though I have a DJI microphone connected to my camera. I don't know what happened there, so let's start over again. Everything's been setting out here. It has dew all over it, setting overnight. What we have here is an older Ariens 0 degree. Not sure of the year yet. I've been doing some research trying to figure out what year this is. I got a pretty good deal on it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's been garage kept its whole life. It has fresh grease on all the you can tell everything has been greased. It has all of its service. The only thing I think it has a replacement engine on it because it is a Intech 21 horsepower. Everything looks good on the engine. There's no sign of anything being rigged or replaced other than it's just a different brand than what I think should be on this mower. There's no big rust. There's no rust at all on the thing. Like I say, it's been garage kept. All the stickers look brand new. I mean, it's just in really, really good shape for what it is. It is a 42-inch cut. Definitely it is not a commercial mower. It is a residential mower. Problem is it cuts strange. Now yesterday's video I moved the outrigger wheels. I moved all of those to a different setting in hopes that the deck will rest on those outriggers and not scalp the grass. It scalps the grass in some areas, cuts it good in others, and seems to always leave a strip. Now, I jacked it up, took a look at the blades. They are torn bad. The blades really need to be replaced if I can find them. If not, I'm going to sharpen them real good. In doing research, I found that this is a major flaw with all Ariens machines. People, if you look at the reviews online, every other review is about how this machine leaves a strip and scalps the yard in high spots and leaves this mysterious gouges in various places. There is no fix for it. Ariens offers a kit called a striping kit that some people say might help. They also offer a mulching blade. All reviews that I've read on the mulching blade say it does not work. The mulching kit that I've read, people that I have talked to about this mower, they say the mulching kit is a waste of money. I don't know, but I'm just telling you people that I've talked to and reviews that I've read. The mower runs great. I'm happy with the cut the next day when the grass settles out, but it just, as it's cutting, doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like a good cut that I'm used to from a tractor. I thought that it was an issue with this mower, and that's why I jacked it up and started looking into things and made this video. But as I do research, I find out that that's normal for these machines. So I'm going to just do my regular service, give you some views on things as I'm doing it, show you how to do what I'm doing, and make some comments because evidently this is something I'm going to have to live with. So I'm going to use some of the footage I had from yesterday and I'll continue on from here. All right. Okay, so I'm trying to find some of those areas. It's been a few days since I cut, so I don't know if I can find them now. Yeah, no, that's where I drug the jack out. Let's take a look here. Yeah, here you can see a spot here. Can you see that? There is what I'm talking about. My shadow's right over it. There. Now it needs tires because with the tires being a little bit slick, sometimes it will actually tear the turf because instead of just gripping and going on, it spins, and that's when it really tears the turf. But you can see these spots where the deck has to be so low in order to cut. The deck has to be so low that it scalps some high spots in the yard and gouges spots. So an hour or two later, the cut looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it settles down, but it just isn't a quality cut like I'm used to. It is easy to ride, and that's good for me because I have a bad back, so the ride on the 0 degree is much better. It seems almost like it has suspension. I know it doesn't, but it seems it. Now, I was just looking at the blades on here on this thing, and they are really odd looking. I mean, they are really odd looking. And I just don't know if those are the correct blades. So I'm going to have to look in more to that. And they're certainly not sharp. They're dull as all get out. So I'm going to look into that and see if anything else on here could be grabbing. So let me do some more looking around and I'll get back. Move these to the lower spot, and maybe that'll let the deck settle. And just ride on these the way it's supposed to. That lets the deck kind of float. Ayla, where you at? Ayla.
said, I haven't ever seen one of these. Certainly haven't ever worked on one. Haven't worked on a zero at all. Anyway, shouldn't be much different than a hydrostatic drive lawn tractor, I suppose. Probably works off the same principle on the drive thing. So there's that. That's the first thing on the list, guys. I haven't ever had anything this big, so see how close it is. I think this is the biggest. 21 is the biggest I've ever had to get. And yeah, that don't even come close. Now this might. You're right, it's bigger. It must be a 1 inch. 15, 16's gonna fit it, so. Hate putting a crushing wrench on anything, but I mean, that's about all I'm gonna be able to hit it with. I've got some bigger tools, but I'll have to go get them. Put a block of wood in here, I guess, and that'd normally be how I would do it. Find some wood, block this thing up. Things can be threaded the other way, but I don't think they are. I don't think this set is. Quite big enough. Almost. Shit, that almost works.
But seems to have problem with the blades. I've come to find out, though, doing some research, that that's a common thing with these Ariens. They seem to all do that. The blades, for some reason, look like they leave a patch. People are furious about this online. They all complain about it. They say Ariens has told them there's fixes for it if you purchase different accessories and things like that. But evidently it's going to be an ongoing thing that I'm just going to have to live with. And bottoming out and scalping the grass, I thought that was a problem with the deck. Same thing. Pretty much from what I understand, they all do that. So I'm not going to have to worry about fixing that. Evidently they all do that also. So couldn't get the blades off. Didn't have a impact socket big enough to do it. It's I have everything up to a 1 inch. This is right at an 1.25 inches maybe. It's a 28 millimeter. So this is a good time for me to go over something else. Now, most people that watch my channel, that watch my videos, they're trying to find out a way to do it. They're usually not professionals. Most of the time they have somebody else do their work, but they're watching my videos to find out a way to, maybe they can do it themselves. So I try to give people the encouragement and the knowledge so they can do a lot of these jobs themselves. But one thing I haven't gone over is if you don't have the proper tools, that's a big problem. But luckily, for instance, I needed these big sockets for this job. These are big, heavy-duty impact sockets, and I just don't have those sizes. Luckily, most tools you can find at AutoZone or O'Reilly's, and you can rent the tools. You can rent the whole set. Now, the good thing about it is, if you decide you want to keep it and put it in your toolbox so that you have it for the next job, no problem. You just keep it. Put it in your toolbox and it's yours. But if you don't need it, if you're only going to use it twice a year, maybe you don't need it for anything else, you just keep your receipt and you take this whole set back and you get a full refund for it. It's a free rental. They have just about every tool available for free rental like that. I haven't ever gone over that, and I should have. So anyway, we're gonna get these blades off now. I just got all the tools, proper tools to do it. I think I have everything that I need. We're gonna get these things off and take them down and get them sharpened. I may sharpen them myself, and if I do, I'll show you how to do that. So here we go.
Crowbars. I tried blocking wood in it. I tried everything to get this bolt out, but what I needed was the correct thing, which was the proper socket, impact socket, and an impact gun. This is a Ryobi fairly good. Nothing great, but it might do the job. And it did. Now, I worked several hours yesterday to try to do that, and I wasn't able to do it. And that quick, within a few seconds, you saw, and that was real time. In a few seconds, I got that thing off. So, proper tools is very, very important. Wow, these blades are nicked really, really bad. I don't know if I can fix these. I might give them a shot. I can use the camera to control, and I can use my phone camera to control the camera itself. Maybe I can show you that. So I can set the camera down somewhere. See, here's the camera. Here's a shot of the camera. I don't know if you can see that, but I think you can. I can set the camera down somewhere, for instance here. It's right beside what you're watching. And now I'm moving that camera with my phone. I'm seeing the exact image. I'm seeing the exact image on my phone, and I can move it anywhere I want, and I don't have to be around there. I can be far away and control the camera and get the correct shot. You get some really good shots that way that you couldn't get any other way. So I'm going to move everything over. We're going to see if we can get this one off. I think we have a hawk out here looking at the chickens. Wow, that easy. All that work I put into this yesterday, and it was that easy. It just took me a few seconds with the proper tool. So there you go. Let me show you what these blades look like. See if we can get a close-up with the gimbal camera. Now if you can see that, you see those, see if I can get it to focus. See those nicks. Somebody has sharpened it this year, but it's really nicked up and dull. So I have a tool that will sharpen this thing down manually, and then I have a little cone that goes on it that balances it. Now I'm going to try to do that, see what I come up with. And I'll record it and show it to you, because you have to keep, these blades have to be balanced. So if you take some off of one side, then you also have to take it off the other side to keep them balanced. So I'm going to shut some of these cameras off since I won't be here using them, and we'll get back.
Okay, let's zoom in on this. And what we're going to look at, like I said, we're going to take a look at how this simple little device works. Now, these blades should center on that little cone. Now, I know that the box is not perfect, so we know we're not going to get it perfect, but we should be able to get it close and kind of go off of what we know the box is. It's not too bad of a spot there, so I can see right away that the right side that you're looking at is heavy. It's lower here on this end. See if I can zoom in any more. And I can't. So I'm gonna have to, when I take some of this off, I'm gonna have to make sure I take more off the other side. Now, this thing works so simple. It works off just a drill. It's just a drill with a stone on it and a guide, and the guide just helps you as you grind off the metal. So it's going to be like this. Let's see if I can get in the shot. It's kind of hard to do. The cameras work kind of backwards of what you think, so getting in the shot is a little harder than you anticipate. So okay, right there maybe you're seeing. You can see that. I don't. Okay, still heavy on that end, but not nearly as much. We'll concentrate on that end. We'll keep going on that end. Look at this. Get a good shot of this thing. Be able to see how this thing works. Very, very primitive, but look how good that works. So that's perfectly balanced. So put this one back over and grab the other one. Where we stand on this one now. Okay, that's way heavier, so let's work on this side quite a bit here. side's still very heavy. Okay, it's perfectly balanced. We're back on the Ariens. Let's take a look at it. This thing, that fixed my problems. I put the old outriggers out, and that doesn't cut as low as I like, but I think that's just normal. It does cut even now, so the blades were very dull. The deck doesn't bottom out any longer. It doesn't hit those big spots. So all the things I was trying to fix seem to be fixed. I do maybe have an electrical problem, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see about that. It's a new battery on it, but I bought it, put it on, and started using it, and I didn't charge the battery, and the next time I went to use it, the battery was dead. So I've been charging it for 3 days now, and it should be okay now. Now I see how the seat has gotten ripped. When you flop the seat up and the deck is up, it hits there. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on and clean it up probably, and check the oil, see if it needs to be changed. I know it could use a filter, and it's clean and all, but I think I'm going to go ahead and scrub it with some soap and a rag while I got a chance. I'll be doing some more videos on this thing. It does seem to be fairly difficult to work on. It's not put together like other mowers. All of those mowers are pretty much the same, so they all have the same bolts in the same place, and this one, because it's more of an independent manufacturer, Ariens is not, I guess not, they don't cross over as much with their parts like the other units do, so they have some kind of quirky ways about attaching things. For instance, this cover seems like it would be really easy to remove. Just take those bolts off the top. Well, no, there's actually holes that are drilled underneath, that there's actually a nut on the other side, and you have to line those holes up just right with the blade in the right spot so that you can get a socket. But it has to be a really thin well socket to get in there and hold that nut so that you can take these off. It's just an odd way of doing it. I don't know why they would do it that way, but that's the way they did it. And there's some other things like that on this thing, but all in all, it seems to be a pretty good unit. I like the way it runs, I like the way it drives. Now I like the way it cuts. Let's see if you can get a look at the cut now. This is where I had this is my first, when the blades hit there. That's what that was. That blade wasn't tight, and it just wallowed around. Here's what I cut, and I'm very happy with what it did. Now, these things are not good at mulching leaves. That's going to be a problem for me, because I'm used to having a mulching unit on my mowers and just mulching my leaves and never have to rake. So I'll probably have to get the tractors out to mulch my leaves a couple times a year. But here's a good representation of what it did. My yard. It's pretty good. There's no before I had these dips where the blade was kind of gouging in. That's gone since I fixed those outriggers and sharpened the blades. Now I'm going to get through this year. As you're cutting, the cut doesn't look very good. The next morning, after everything settles out, it looks pretty good. I know that sounds crazy, but it generally looks pretty good the next morning. So I'm fairly happy with it. I'm very happy with what I did and the way it's riding now. I'm very happy with that. So there we are. I'm going to leave it at that, clean this mess up, and we'll leave it right there. And remember, they may do it another way, and they probably do, but that's the way I do it. We'll see you next time.